People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Now, people, I don't know if when these youths was off for this pandemic, the big C, they were practicing all sorts of MMA, all sorts of martial arts, all sorts of boxing thing. Because it seems as if the school has now become some sorts of source for MMA, some sorts of fighting battlefield. It is no longer a place of education. And people, in the latest viral incident, it took place in a place called MEADOWBROOK-High School. Now, people, I used to live down the street from MEADOWBROOK High School. Meadowbrook used to be a decent neighborhood. The students that attended that school, you would not hear anything like this happening a couple of decades ago. However, people, we've seen that things have changed for the Wasara. Now, here's the thing. I received maybe about 4 videos the other day. And in these videos, because, you know, YouTube's policy, I cannot show them. However, the 4 video, the first one bad, the next one worse, the next one wassa, the next one Wasara. In this video, I thought that this was some sorts of celebration for some sorts of champs or some sorts of Manning Cup. It seems as if the whole school who was not cheering was involved in the melee. People, it was pretty bad. Before I get back to that, it is said that guess who is in trouble? Not the people that were a part of the FIGHT. Yes, they are in trouble too. However, the people them want to take away the person that actually videotape it and put it on social media. So therefore, in this case, they literally want to KILL the messenger. Now, people, here is the thing. I don't know if this happened in an immaculate, if this happened in a good school them, the traditional high school. Usually when we hear anything like that, it would usually happen at some sorts of bad school, not the traditional school. However, people, it seems as if this pandemic, it bring out some sort of epidemic and everybody broke out like some sorts of sore. So therefore, when I see that video, I sit down and I pray it, and I say to myself, then hold on a minute, them little pitney, them have all sorts of stone, all sorts of 2x4, all sorts of stick. I thought that this was some sorts of tribal AR in a some sorts of backward Bugoyaga country, only to find out that this is at MEADOWBROOK High School because of the uniform. Now, people, me don't know where I go on, me don't know what the problem is. If something there in the food, if something there in the water, if it is all these bootleg that is being sold in Jamaica. However, something is wrong with the mentality. Something is wrong with the foundation of Jamaica. Me don't know if the parents them kind of change and the hard working class people are now being replaced by some sort of sketelina or some sort of chopper. Because it seems as if a chopper and sketelina pitney are go to school nowadays. It seems as if all of these students, all they are some gunman or some criminal in the making. Me don't know what them there at school are do, because all sorts of video that we see, people are blow, people are jack it up, people are get backers in a school, all sorts of melee, all sorts of madness in these school. And people, the truth and the fact is that I don't know if this is going to stop anytime soon, because based on the trend, based on the new phenomenon that we see, it seems as if instead of getting better, it is only going to get worse. So people like me say, you know, so me can't put the video up because of YouTube's policy. So people, if you want this video, send me a text through WhatsApp 1-876-894-2711. Say that you are requesting the video at MEADOWBROOK with all sorts of kickoff. Only text. Do not video call me. Do not call me. Just send a text. If you video call me, I am going to ignore it and maybe even block you. Simple as that. I know that maybe you probably went to one of these FRGHD school, so therefore you never learn. Your comprehension is not up there. Point blank and period. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that dancehall artist Spice, she has finally responded to what really took place in the DR Dominican Republic, a place that is known for all sorts of Brazilian BUT lift, a whole lot of plastic surgery, a whole lot of women that look like fubble double that want to have this Coca-Cola shape. Now people, we know that since this occurred, there's been a whole lot of lies, a whole lot of denial by Spice's camp, Spice's PR management team. So therefore, I have come to the conclusion that, listen, I am not going to listen to anything that Spice's camp has to say. So pretty much, I want to hear from the horse's mouth itself. I want to see if Spice can find it within herself to tell the truth. Do not be in denial. Don't be ashamed of exactly what happened. However, people, maybe I might have gotten half truth, maybe a quarter truth, but I obviously don't think that I got the full truth. Now, people, let me tell you, DR is known for one thing. Spice has had a record of going to that place to do some sorts of bodily enhancement before. So therefore, when we hear say she end up at the DR, I was not surprised. Now, when I hear that Spice came out and said that she had some sorts of hernia problem and there was some sorts of infection, some sorts of flare-up through that hernia, I said to myself, who is going to be a resident or have access to go to America and leave America to go to Dominican Republic to do some sorts of medical surgery? People, it makes no sorts of sense. That would be backwards thinking. That would be very lunatic. However, it could happen. Maybe she went to the DR and she was on vacation. However, I also come to the conclusion that Spice is storing extensively. So therefore, maybe she should not or would not have been in the DR. Now, people, the next thing, I am no medical doctor. I don't have any sorts of medical degree. However, what I do have is common sense. And what I do know is that if somebody tells you what they are or show you what they are, you should accept that person or believe that that person more than likely is going to do the same thing, is going to be a repeat offender. So therefore, we say Spice is one of those persons that like this publicity stunt. So maybe it was a publicity stunt. Maybe she actually went to the DR and she decided, listen, I want to look like me I want big time artist. I want to play the part, which she is. I never question Spice's talent, and obviously it is paying her dividends. She is storing extensively. Kudos to her. However, what I have realized is because of the low expectation of her fans, she can tell them just about anything. She is like selling ice to an Eskimo. Whatever she tell them, that is what they believe. And what is even worse is that her fans expect everybody to be foolish like them. Not saying that they are fools, me just say. You cannot sell me any sorts of BS story and expect that I am just going to swallow it like a big frisbee pill. People, that is not how I work. So therefore, when you talk with sense. Talk with practicality. Be very realistic. Who is going to leave America to go to the DR to do any sorts of surgery as it pertains to hernia? Maybe it flared up after she went there, but why would she be there? So people, me just say, why would she be in the DR to do some sorts of medical surgery like that when they have better facilities, better trained, more professional places in America in which she resides? People, it makes no sorts of sense. However, at the end of the day, the good thing is that she is talking. She is obviously in a better place medically and physically. However, I want to know, whenever you have any sorts of hernia, any sorts of associated problem with hernia, does it limit your ability to talk or communicate? That is exactly what I want to know. Or is it more feasible to think that maybe because she was in some sort of comatose state, so me just say maybe she did something that she is not very proud of or ashamed of, and she don't want to accept responsibility. However, people, like me say, Spice is her own big woman. However, what we like in our celebrities is some sorts of honesty. However, people, it seems as if honesty, it will never be forthcoming from these dancehall artists, from these celebrities. They are full of SHIT, point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos straight to the point, no sorts of beating around the bush, show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And word to the wise, whenever you are rising in life, there's always going to be a set of vipers. They realize your potential, see your greatness. They realize that your ceiling is in the stratosphere. Because of their insecurity and mostly because of their hate, they realize that their ceiling is in the abyss of hell. So therefore, for them to feel as if they are up, they are going to do everything within their means to bring you down, point blank and period.